Ange Postecoglou on the summer tour to Japan and South Korea. He said there's some stuff that we've done really well, other stuff we need to improve on. Radu Drăgușin has come out and said we want to achieve something important this season. The Spurs under-18s will play in the final of the Premier League Next Generation Cup on Sunday. Cristian Romero has come out and said hopefully this year we can win a title at Tottenham. And Bournemouth owner Bill Foley has stated that Solanke is staying at the club.
Chris Cowlin. Fan cams. Club news. Transfer news. Match previews. Legend interviews. Spurs winning. Press conferences. Covering everything Tottenham and England.
Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you listen to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. So let's start by talking about Tottenham's pre-season friendly against Bayern Munich in Seoul, South Korea on Saturday. We fell to a 2-1 defeat after, of course, we have won 4 consecutive pre-season friendlies against Hearts, QPR, Vissel Kobe and Team K League. Now on Saturday, Bayern Munich beat Spurs 2-1, Vidovic scoring after 4 minutes for Bayern. And then Goretzka doubling their lead after 56 minutes and Pedro Porro scoring Tottenham's goal after 66 minutes. Spurs boss Ange Postecoglou spoke after the 2-1 defeat against Bayern Munich and said, I thought it was a tough game for us. Fair to say the players are feeling the effects of us working hard for the last 10 days here. And we didn't look really sharp, particularly in the first half. And we had to work hard. But the players, I think for us, what's important is I think we will get enormous benefit out of the camp that we have had here. And I think we paid a price a little bit tonight for the work that we have done. Ange Postecoglou after the game also answered questions about Lucas Bergvall and Alfie Devine. Postecoglou said, I thought we were better in the second half. They've also played less minutes. I just thought that we looked really tired today, and it's understandable because the players have worked really hard and you're playing against a strong opponent. It's not fair to judge the players on their performances tonight, but yeah, I thought the second half we were a lot brighter. The guys who came on gave us some energy, and Lucas and Alfie and Emerson, I thought, came on and gave us some aggression as well. Look, it was a better second half, but I think the intensity dropped as well, which allowed us to get into the game. Ange Postecoglou was asked what he thinks about the Korean players, and he said, having spent a fair part of my life on this side of the world, I think I rank players very highly. All of the ones that I've worked with have a really strong mentality, really disciplined, technically and physically able to play at the highest level. From my perspective, I guess maybe understanding this part of the world may be better than others. I've always worked really well with the Asian players. I've had success there, and I think that we will see more and more players from this part of the world making an impact at the top leagues. There's already players playing in the Premier League and the Bundesliga. I think there is a pathway there for future generations of young Korean players. Ange Postecoglou also spoke out about a number of his players playing in different positions throughout pre-season so far. He said it's been important. It's probably been my one concern coming into it because you are playing players out of position. The games can become a little unrealistic. But I thought the guys who had to fill in this whole tour have been really good. Skippy, Donnelly and Emerson playing at centre-back. So I think it's allowed us at least to get something out of the games, because I think if those positions didn't work out, it would have been hard for us to sort of analyse. But I think they've all contributed to us trying to get as much as we can out of this camp. Ange Postecoglou on where his side need to improve before the start of the Premier League season. His response was, I think for us, as I said, the really important thing is that we got 10 days of really good, solid training. The guys will feel the benefits of what we've done here when we get back to England. Just working hard in the weather day by day. I've lived here. I know it can be pretty draining mentally and physically, but I think for the most part the players have tried to push through that, and we will get an enormous benefit from a physical perspective out of the 10 days that we were here and from these games. I mean, there's some good stuff that we did really well, other stuff we've still got to improve on, but I think it's allowed us to get a really good base now, fitness-wise. So when we get back, we obviously got to integrate 2 or 3 players who are coming back, and I've got a 2-week lead-in to freshen them up for the season ahead. Ange Postecoglou on does he have any concerns on defending ahead of the new season? He said no. As I've just said, pre-season is about getting prepared for the season. You know, we haven't even had Destiny either. I mean, our starting back 4, we haven't had 3 of those players which we knew. So I think what's more important for me, like I've said, is that we've had 10 good days of hard work, which you need in pre-season. As far as I know, you don't get points for friendly games. So for me, what's important is that we use these 10 days to get back home and start preparing for the first league game. Now, on Saturday against Bayern Munich in Seoul, South Korea, Radu Drăgușin started his first game of pre-season. He said after the game, I want to thank all of the fans that welcomed us in an incredible way, that we felt very much appreciated and welcome here, and I want to thank them all. A couple of days ago, we were at an art gallery. They made paintings of us. They made drawings of us. The love that they gave us here, it is unbelievable. To be honest, there was no better place to train and to get in shape than here. Like I said, they were incredible. I was excited to come back to meet the guys, to meet the staff, to start training, but that is normal. We train at the highest level possible. It is normal for it to be hard. This is the nice part of football, that when you train hard, you have good results. We have a couple of weeks left until the first game of the Premier League, and then we go full throttle. I feel the guys are in great condition. As I've said, I've been trying to reach that condition. I'm working every day. We are going to be at 100% come the start of the season to achieve something important. Now, in the last couple of days, Tottenham Hotspur have been heavily linked to Bournemouth striker Dominic Solanke. Even Italian journalist and transfer expert Cristian Romero has stated that Spurs are interested in Dominic Solanke, and he is on Tottenham's wanted list. Now, Bournemouth owner Bill Foley on Spurs target Dominic Solanke today has come out and said, I believe that Dom is going to be with us this coming year. He has a release clause which is very expensive. Bill Foley also said we shouldn't reveal anything about the contract, but that area sounds roughly correct. I guess if someone comes in for him, we will have to replace him. We have 2 or 3 candidates that we have lined up, but I believe that Dominic will be here next year, and I believe he is going to score 21 or 22 goals. Now, I just thought I'd mention about Bill Foley's comments there. He was actually asked the question, does Dominic Solanke have a £65 million release clause? And that is what he was answering when he said that area sounds roughly correct. Now, on Saturday evening, the Tottenham Hotspur Academy announced the following. Congratulations to our under-18s for topping the table in the group stage of the Premier League Next Generation Cup. We will now face Stellenbosch in tomorrow's final at Loughborough University. Spurs defender Cristian Romero has been talking to ESPN Argentina. He was asked a number of questions about a possible move away from Spurs in the future. Romero said, I always strive to play at my best. I have a lot of respect for Tottenham. They have always given me a lot of support, so I like playing there. I don't think about other clubs or other possibilities. I know there is a lot of talk about a possible move, but I am calm. Romero also said, at my club, I play differently to the national team. I play more forward. I still have years left in Europe and I want to see where I can go. Hopefully this year we can win a title at Tottenham. Now, on Saturday, Tottenham Hotspur target and Bournemouth centre-forward Dominic Solanke put the following post on his Instagram story amid interest and speculation that he will be joining Spurs. It said, no dream is too big, no goal too ambitious, dare to dream and dare to make it a reality. Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode. Let's start by talking about the Bayern Munich game. I tell you what, that opening 45 minutes was a hard watch. And bearing in mind, we had a lot of decent players out in that first half. A lot of the youngsters and inexperienced players have been playing in the second halves of games during pre-season, and a lot of people have said it, and I completely agree. A lot of the second half performances from Tottenham during pre-season have been the better ones. The more inexperienced players have probably given more than the more experienced players in the squad. So it's going to be an interesting one because, of course, there is 27 days left of the transfer window. There's 12 days until the start of the season. Ange Postecoglou has constantly been telling us fans that he's not interested in 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. He wants to be number 1. He said on a number of occasions in 12 months' time, which of course that is less now, he wants to be competing for titles and trophies. And I feel at the moment we are a million miles away from that. There is a lot of negativity and a lot of worry at the moment about what Spurs have and haven't done in the transfer windows. I completely get it. I completely understand it. I think we were all led to believe, particularly from Ange Postecoglou, that we were going to get business done early, that things were going to get done quickly. We had a clear plan. We had targets, and it was just a case of getting the players in one by one. I think a lot of people are looking at other clubs such as West Ham United, of course, finished behind us. Aston Villa, who finished in front of us. Of course, you've got the North London rivals Arsenal, signing players like Calafiori, really good player in my opinion. And we were linked with him earlier on in the window. So when you look around, the teams above us and below us, they have all improved and they will continue to improve in the next 27 days. That's exactly what we need to do. We have got a massive 27 days coming up, in my opinion. If Spurs want to move to that next level and compete for top 4, or indeed ever compete for a Premier League title, we need to have a seriously busy 27 days. We recorded the podcast after the Bayern Munich 2-1 defeat on Saturday, and there were 3 guests and myself on there, and we said that the team at the moment that will face Leicester will be very, very similar to the team that finished last season. And we all know that we need reinforcements. We all know that Ange Postecoglou needs to be backed in this window to take that club to the next level. Because, as Ange just said, and I keep banging on about it, and I will continue to bang on about it, he keeps saying to all of the fans, I want to be number 1. I want to win trophies. I want to, plan for the future as well as now. Ange Postecoglou also come out and said that there has been a lot of growth in the squad, and he believes that the squad is stronger than last year. I've got to say, I disagree at the moment. We've sold Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. It looks like Emerson Royale is going to go out the door as well. In actual fact, I think we are a little bit weaker than last year. Yes, there has been some growth in a number of players, but I still believe that we are a little bit weaker. Now, the mood can, and I hope will, change drastically in the next couple of weeks when and if the players are coming in. Is it going to be those statement signings? I know a lot of people who listen to this and watch this channel don't like that term, statement signings. What I mean by statement signings when I use that word is that, players that are going to make a real impact in the starting 11, or players that are going to make a real impact when they come off the bench. And that's what we need. That is exactly what we need in this squad. I'm sure Ange Postecoglou at the moment is feeling probably as frustrated as some of the fans. Frustrated, worried. The fact that we are going into a brand new season, in a couple of weeks' time, and we need depth. That's what we need. And I haven't even mentioned that, we're going to be playing a lot more games this coming season. Of course, we played 41 matches last season, 38 in the Premier League, 2 in the FA Cup, and 1 in the League Cup. Of course, we're going to be playing at least that again. And at least 8 Europa League games. And I'm sure a lot of these youngsters will get chances, but I wouldn't want to put, and I'm all one for giving a lot of youth chances, 100%. I love seeing the players getting opportunities, and when you look at the pre-season so far, all of them have grabbed the opportunities. But you can't be putting pressure on some of these young, experienced players. You need to be putting them on when the job is virtually done in games, not the other way round, where they're going to then be highly criticised by fans for not doing what the fans expect. I just hope that there is a massive plan in place for the next 27 days in this transfer window, because I would just hate to see us waste this opportunity of moving the club to that next level again. And we have seen this before. I just don't want to see this again under Ange Postecoglou. Now, the links to Dominic Solanke, I find this one an interesting one because, of course, it has been widely reported, and the Bournemouth owner, Bill Foley, has pretty much come out and said that he does have a £65 million release clause. Are Spurs going to pay that in one lump sum? I doubt it. Same situation with Eze. That one has gone very quiet as well. But Spurs need to go out and identify decent targets and realistic targets for this transfer window. Other clubs are strengthening, as I said earlier on. And, we need to keep up. If not, then we are going to fall behind and we are going to struggle. And when you look at that Bayern Munich game on Saturday, bearing in mind they are missing so many players, in that first half, it could have been an absolute hatful. We were 1-0 down at half-time. I thought we were very, very lucky to be only 1-0 down. They had so many chances in that first 45 minutes, and they played some super entertaining football as well. And that was a weakened Bayern Munich team. Imagine Harry Kane up there and Musiala and all the other players, the fantastic players they've got. So when we come up against a good opponent, in Premier League football, and let's face it, the old cliche, there is no easy team to face in Premier League football. It is going to be a struggle. Every single team is going to be battling for points as soon as that first ball is kicked of the Premier League season. And, we need a really decent squad to go into the season feeling optimistic. I don't like the way that a lot of us feel at the moment, and we shouldn't be feeling like this. With only a couple of weeks to go before the new season starts, we should be feeling very optimistic about the young talent. We should be feeling very optimistic about the game changers that we have brought in. That hasn't happened yet. We shouldn't be feeling, worried at this stage of the season. We should be feeling very, very excited. Like Romero said, hopefully this year we can win a title at Tottenham. When he says title, I don't think he means just the Premier League title. I think he just means a trophy, i.e. the FA Cup, the League Cup or the Europa League. But I think, if we have any chance of doing that, we do need to improve this squad massively. So there is a lot to do. The under-18s will play in the final of the Premier League Next Generation Cup on Sunday. Best wishes and best of luck to them. As we all know, the development sides, the youth at Tottenham Hotspur have been doing extremely well. They have been lifting trophies in the last couple of years, which is absolutely fantastic to see, and hopefully that does continue. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, come on you Spurs.